Welcome back. You can call us on 0808-054-2233. That's 0808-054-2233. That's if you have any questions about blood donation and blood transfusion. You may also tweet at CTV_Mary A. Now, Doctor, we're talking about benefits for the donor.
Yeah, I talked about we doing the genotype and the blood group free for them. And usually when people use our blood in the hospital, we ask the relatives to replace. So for a voluntary donor, does not need to replace that blood for him or herself and the immediate family.
Okay.
And also, if it is actually the voluntary donor that needs the blood, we will not even collect the processing fee, which you ask the patients to pay when they want to use the blood. That is benefits we have on our own side as government. Now, benefits scientifically, a person that donates regularly have the bone marrow active.
Okay.
There's production of new cells a lot of the time, and for a person who has been a regular donor, will be able to replace, if the person has anemia, because the marrow is active all the time, they easily get over that anemia a lot of the times, unlike those
people who never
donate. And research is coming out now as associated with longevity. That people, because of this regular donation, people, this can be associated with long life as well. Also, when you are donating blood, you are reducing, the amount of iron in the blood. Every unit of blood.
Let's take this phone call first before we continue. Hello, Fatai.
Hello.
Hello, Fatai. What's your question?
Hello.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, you can hear me. Okay,
yes,
good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Actually, my question is, good afternoon. My question is, during blood transfusion, because I'm a very religious person, I always have this bias that both when you get somebody's blood into your system, you start picking the traits of that person. Because I can remember during my university days, a friend told me he went to visit a cousin of his, that his cousin doesn't like football and doesn't like sports betting. But after that transfusion, the guy started liking sports betting and football. So he was not telling me that, hope it's not this blood transfusion this guy did. I was like skeptical that, okay, what about in the future? God forbid, all this sexuality issue. Maybe you don't even know somebody from Adam, that somebody is maybe a lesbian or a gay, and
okay, thank you, Fatai. I think we get the point.
Wouldn't you have such traits in you? I don't know, I'm an expert person, but I want
Thank you very much. He's asking, if you take blood from someone, wouldn't you get the traits of the person? Like maybe the person is a thief, you start wanting to steal or something like that. Is there any scientific basis to this?
There's no scientific basis for that. I mean, there's nothing like that. There's nothing.
And then, of course, if somebody is sexually promiscuous, he's not likely to pass the test anyway.
That one will not pass the test because of the chances of infection. Yeah, that is understandable. But any other thing like traits or genetics or things like that, those ones have no scientific basis for now. With ongoing researches, some other things may come out. But for now, there hasn't been anything like that.
Do you ask questions, though, like where the person recently traveled to, or if the person recently had any illness? Do those
Yes,
questions
we
come
have
up?
a questionnaire for every donor that they must answer questions concerning their lifestyle and their health, medical condition, and where they've been to. So we do screen even by asking questions.
I begin to see more and more why it should be voluntary.
Yes.
Because anybody who wants to get a fast buck out of it will not answer all those questions.
Exactly.
And if somebody is living a promiscuous life, he won't be likely to want to donate free.
No, they won't want to donate free. And that is why we're linking all those things together.
It makes a lot of sense.
To say that only voluntary donors are the safe foundation.
Well, you were telling me about some of the benefits,
Yes,
and we hadn't wrapped that up.
Yes, I was saying that when a unit of blood is taken from you, about 250 milligrams of iron is let out of your body. And
Is that good?
It's good because especially excretion of iron is not very efficient, especially in men. It's even good that women, they menstruate and lose some iron through that means.
But some people are asked to take iron tablets.
Yeah, that is if they need it. It doesn't mean that everybody has enough iron in their body. We are different people with different ailments. There are people who need iron, and there are people that have enough of it. There are people that have more than is needed. And such people, it is advantageous for them to donate blood so that they can reduce, the volume of blood in them. I mean, the amount of iron. There are people that because of their illness, they recommend to them that they should go and donate blood.
Oh, they do?
They do, but such people, we don't use their blood. It can even be a form of treatment for people who have a very large amount of red cells in them, what we call polycythemia, excess blood, to say. And then they are advised to go and donate blood so that there will also be free flow of blood, because when blood is not flowing freely too, it could cause blood to clot, and such a person could have problems.
That's a lot of benefits for the donor.
Yes, it's a lot of benefits.
If somebody is living with sickle cell anemia, the person, some of them obviously have to have blood regularly.
Yes.
Are they supposed to keep some sort of record of who they get blood from? Because you mentioned blood types. There's the O, positive, negative, AB. Assuming this is a universal recipient, maybe it's an AB person and can get from anybody. Will it be detrimental to get from O today, tomorrow you get from A, the day after you get from B, and all on and on like that?
Yeah, it could be detrimental because people who receive a lot of blood, who are multiply transfused, have a higher chance of developing antibodies. And so when you keep giving them all sorts of blood groups like that, they could develop a reaction which could be fatal at the end of the day. So it's better for those who are multiply transfused to be careful when you are transfusing, take good history from them. And in fact, sometimes you have to screen them for antibodies that is in them before you can give that blood, which is supposed to be an antigen. And so if you are not careful, you'll find that they have blood transfusion reaction and it could be fatal for that patient.
Now, Balogun Olusegun has tweeted and he's asking, how and where do I go for a blood donation? Yeah. Actually, his question is twofold. So you answer that and then you also answer his fear. He says, I'm afraid of hospitals because of infection. So let's talk about how to donate first.
How to donate in the first instance, we have some voluntary donor center. They are dedicated donor centers. And there is one in General Hospital, Lagos. And there is one in Alimosho General Hospital. They are just for voluntary blood donors.
So any day a person feels like donating, the person should just visit General Hospital?
Lagos or Alimosho General Hospital. Apart from that, we have a blood mobile, which is a vehicle that is well equipped for anybody to donate blood. Every week, Mondays to Thursdays, we place it in front of Ikeja Local Government Secretariat. You can walk into that vehicle and do your blood donation.
Okay, so quickly now, let's answer his fears about infection.
Well, there's no chance for infection because we don't mix the donors with the patients. The donors have their own area. That's why I'm talking of dedicated centers. Even within the hospitals themselves, where they have their donor units, they don't mix with patients.
So no fear of infection.
Secondly, we use clean bags. You know, we don't reuse needle, we don't use the same swab for the other person. Everything is clean. We take a single bag that we use for you, and then everything we don't reuse anything.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Yes.
Olaiya. That was very enlightening, and thanks for coming on the show. Thank you for being there with us. Thanks for allowing us into your home, and do have yourselves a very pleasant day. I am Mary Alale Yusuf.